start another video because apparently I'm allowed to do 10 minutes at a time. Yeah, sorry, I'm talking way too long. But yeah, basically it's showing that, you're moving out of this period, or you did move out of this period, and you're like, you haven't fully moved on from this, but you are en route to kind of calmer waters. And, this illusion, deception, moon energy that's left you feeling very stuck and kind of in this confrontational energy, where you felt like you had to defend yourself, where there was an equal give and take, where it's kind of left you feeling exposed. That energy is kind of being left behind, and you're still traversing this, but you're on your way to the other side. And the advice is to surrender and have faith in the divine plan, wisdom, destiny, having the wisdom to know that, you're exactly where you need to be. Everything that has happened up to this point has taught you what you need to know in order to receive the blessings that are meant for you. And sometimes going through failures in love aren't failures, because they teach us exactly what we need to know, so that when we meet the person of our dreams, we're strong and we're compassionate and we're confident and just wiser. We're able, we're not going to get hung up on stupid things. We're just, have learned how to handle conflict better, how to love ourselves better, all of that. So a lot of this, suffering that can result from love ultimately is preparing you for your next relationship, which could be the one that actually lasts a lifetime. This could be the soulmate energy that I first started with. So just surrendering, having faith, believing that what you deserve, like, you have all these wonderful qualities, that you deserve somebody with those wonderful qualities, and they will find you when the time is right. I think that part of it is believing you are worthy of this. And, maybe you already are with somebody and, you guys are really happy. I don't know. But I think that I don't know, from what I'm seeing, it kind of get the sense that there's been a transition from one relationship to something new. And I'm not sure, from what I can see, I'm not sure that you've manifested that just yet. You're kind of in the progress of doing that. And I think at this point, there's a lot of lessons about self-love coming in. I'm seeing kind of this dichotomy coming up a couple times about kind of how you want, what approach you're taking in life. And I got the cards wild and careful, which are very opposing energies. Wild is kind of following your instinct, your primal drive to just, say whatever and not think about it, and express yourself like freely and experiment and just follow your whatever first comes to mind, and don't question yourself too much, and just let yourself be free. And the other energy, careful, is very much the opposite of kind of like kind of holding back and observing, and not making a decision too quickly, and really like weighing the options. And I think there's kind of some advice here about trying to balance those two energies in yourself, embracing part of your wild side, being spontaneous, finding ways to kind of push yourself to be expressive and creative, and make yourself vulnerable, and but also being careful, not letting yourself get too carried away with indulgence and recklessness and um, getting, overly carried away by like passion or whatever, to the point that, you're not um, keeping a balance and like groundedness in your life. And I think that, kind of embracing this wild energy while like kind of tempering it with the more like careful, um, reserved energy is really what's going to facilitate healing, and starting to um, wash away the wounding from the past by developing greater love for oneself, um, and really seeing yourself in a new light, allowing yourself to start to heal, um, by embracing, like, discovering and embracing, um, these aspects of yourself that are both, um, like wild and beautiful, but also smart and, intuitive and uh, gentle. Um, so finding a way that you can, when you feel those ways, and um, yeah, there's just a period of healing coming from, kind of some self exploration, I think, and self expression, kind of opening, the throat chakra and delving into the emotional body, and um, yeah, really exploring your emotions. It's got the lion, um, and the primrose, which is saying, it's divine masculine energy, and it says that you have very strong attraction right now. If you're looking for a lover, it's a great omen that, people are checking you out, that you're, um, desired from afar, potentially, that you are kind of, in this energy right now where you're very, easily able to attract and manifest, love. And because you're coming from this very fiery, passionate, masculine energy, where I think you've been kind of, very active and, um, creating stability in your life, and, um, really taking charge of, um, other areas of your life. Maybe in love, maybe you've been taking charge of that. But I think that you yourself kind of being in that energy and really embracing it is also attracting that energy, because like attracts like. And we've also got, which I think is referring to kind of the past baggage, which needs to be let go of, kind of felt like processed, integrated, and released. We have to clear the path for something new, which is why I feel like you're kind of in an in between phase right now where, um, waiting for something new to come in. We're not waiting, but preparing. And we've got, because it's not aligned with your truth. So if you are in a relationship right now, maybe it's worth, you might be a time of reassessment of, um, if you are at the end of a road, if there are more steps ahead of you, if you are seeing eye to eye, or if it is time to clear the path for something new, and maybe you already have, maybe this is something you want to consider, and particularly I'm looking at this card and thinking about, um, freedom and the hope of freeing yourself from, uh, a situation that's left you feeling trapped, or, um, unable to change, unable to get what you want. Um, Sometimes clearing away, um, what's not working, um, while it may be difficult. Oh, I'm gonna run out of time again.